Welcome back to another fantastic property tour, Rankin family. Today, we are located in Austin, Texas, looking at another gorgeous luxury model home. This time, we are in Milky Way at River Place. This is M Signature by Milestone Community Builders, the Berkeley plan. And I think you may love this one just as much as I do. Now, starting on the exterior, family, you see that we have the limestone stucco combination straight ahead where our double French doors are. That would be your 3-car garage, and right above there would be a front-facing balcony, and you have one on the back of the property as well. Now, as we continue, beautiful curb appeal, as you can see. Now, quite frankly, this is a model home and really just to showcase their product. So, of course, you would expect that, but you can always put that on a home that you purchase or build from scratch. Now, once we go into our covered front porch, you see the 2-story ceiling, and look at that. You got that massive picture window right above there and the modern front door. I'll give you a quick glimpse of that before we head inside of this beautiful property. And then, of course, you got your transom window right above there. But let's get you inside. Okay. So as always, before we do continue, I'll turn you around so you can see the front door from the inside. So you have this beautiful modern LED chandelier hanging down, the 2-story foyer, and then right straight ahead, immediately when you walk into the right is going to be your study, and then right behind me is your formal. So let's go ahead and start in the study and make our way around this beautiful property. Look at this. Okay, so immediately whenever you walk in here, you see you have the corner study with the French doors, beautiful modern light fixture right above our desk. It's LED and it's champagne bronze as well. And then you already have your built-ins. Look at that. So you already got your cabinetry right here, the hardwood floors. It's going to extend. You'll see some carpet once we head to the second level. But then you got the LED lighting inside of our shelving as well. Beautiful finishes. And then you even have that sconce illuminating that painting there. Beautiful. Okay. So the one thing that's going to be at least a common theme as we walk throughout the property is the space, just under 5,000 square feet. So rooms are spacious. You have additional entertaining places where you can, have no issues whatsoever entertaining your guests. And you'll see that as we continue walking through this model. Okay, so now heading into our formal dining. Look at this beautiful, elegant light fixture right above our dining room table. You got those gorgeous brass sconces. You got your wallpaper here, neutral colors, very beautiful color palette. Now you are going to have that quick access straight ahead where our pantry and utility room is, and our garage and our drop zone. But let's continue walking through the property as if we're walking in for the first time. So love our beautiful floating staircase with the glass panes heading upwards. As you can see, gorgeous feature right here. Now, this one's not built in. However, it adds some nice warmth to the property. Okay. Now look how beautiful this looks, family. Okay, let's start right here inside of our great room. Now I'll turn you around so you can see that limestone exterior, floor to ceiling fireplace. You got your built-ins, floating cabinetry on both sides, and the floating shelving as well. Really beautiful. Now you got your massive sliders here, creating the indoor, outdoor living that we talk about when we walk through some of these properties. You see your breakfast room right there, but let's do a full pan from this angle so you can get a better grasp. So I love our modern chandelier here, massive as well. Now, where it is positioned, love what I'm seeing. Let's go ahead and head to the kitchen now. Now, as we enter in here, you got your beautiful pendant lights hanging down. Now, this is the quartzite waterfall countertops. You got cabinet doors all along your island right underneath there as well. Panel ready, overlay refrigerator. Then you got your stacked cabinets right above there with the glass pane. So, I've talked about that previously a couple of times, but when you add those glass doors to the stacked cabinets, it really just adds that much more and emphasizes your kitchen. Now you got some more counter space here. You will notice the quartzite continues up our backsplash, which we have seen quite often these days. It's a nice trend that we've been seeing. Only thing I would add, and you know we talk about that, is that pot filler there. But I definitely think you'll still love the rest of the home. Now you got the modern vent hood as well. And then look at this, you got the matte black hardware. So, Cove stainless steel dishwasher right here. And then as always, let's open up some of these drawers for you. Soft closing as well. And you know we have to open up the refrigerator. Got some Sprites, some Fanta. I haven't seen Fanta in a while, especially the orange one. But let me give you a close-up on these counters right here. Look at that. Quartzite is such a great material if you can, you know, at least if you have the luxury to add that inside of your kitchen. My favorite all time is the Taj Mahal quartzite. And if you haven't seen that, just type that in and I promise you won't regret that. Now, you have a built-in coffee system for all my coffee lovers. And then you got your built-in microwave right here. Let's open up some of these. So there you go. Got your little spice drawers. That even has soft closing as well. And then right here, you got a beverage fridge. And that's the Sub-Zero. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue. The door straight ahead would be where our 3-car garage. They're using it as a sales office at the moment. But this is your pantry. Look at this. Plenty of shelving. You even have an additional window in here, which I know you can appreciate. And you can store all your dry goods from top to bottom with no issue. Now you have an additional coat closet right here. So if you're entering in from the garage, you go ahead and head right there. And then now our mud room. So you even have the shaker style cabinets, matte black hardware. And then right here, you got your utility room. But you don't have to worry about putting coats in that closet anytime soon because it is definitely sunny quite often. I mean, I've been here for, gosh, about a week or so now. And it has been hot, I'm telling you. You know, I'm born and raised in Texas, but man, I never can get used to that heat. Now you got your stack cabinets on top right there. You got your folding counter top right above your washer and dryer. You got an additional sink here. Your floating shelving with the LED strip again. And that matte black that we've seen. This is more of like an off-white or cream color in here as far as the cabinets. Love that. And then of course it does connect right there to our formal dining area right there. And then our breakfast room. So you will notice the exposed painted beams runs from our breakfast area all the way to the great room. And then you got these massive windows as well, bringing in that natural light. Okay, so love what I'm seeing, and I know you can see the covered patio. We'll get to that a little bit later on. Now, you got some additional storage right here. That'll be underneath our staircase. Now, this is a perfect location. So I like to call this a cabana bath, right? Because you can just enter straight in from the pool, head here, wash off, and you are good to go. But now you got your pendant lights hanging down, built-in mirror, accent wall, as you can see, quartzite, the white shaker, drawers, and the matte black hardware. And then let's see the materials on our fireplace surround. Really neat. Even the stone shower floor down there, the discreet drain, and our beautiful brass shower head and shower valve. Okay, and that's why I always love going into model homes, right? Because of course they dress it to the nines, one, but typically all the rooms are furnished. So it really gives you a better idea. But before we continue, let's go ahead and make sure we see our primary suite. I'll give you a quick view of the front door from this way. And then let's go ahead and take a look over here. Wow. Okay. First thing, beautiful vaulted ceilings here, as you can see. But not only that, the massive picture window here. Now you got your egress windows on both sides of there, but look how much space you have. So you got your king size bed, your 2 nightstands, your pendant lights on both sides of your nightstands, and a massive dresser over here. So plenty of walk room available, a ton of breathing room, as I like to say sometimes. Now heading into our ensuite, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Let me close this. I'll close this door for you. Look at the space between those. You got the his and hers sinks, or the his and hers vanities right here. Got the matte black hardware, floating shelving, pendant lights. We've noticed that theme throughout the property so far. Then you got your massive freestanding tub, the glass enclosed shower. We'll see that in just a second. Now you got your water closet right over here. I typically like to, go around and put the toilet seats down, but I forgot about that one. Sorry about that. But you do have the privacy glass here. You don't have to worry about adding the shades. Floating shelving again, floating vanity here. And let's take a look at our walk-in shower. So look at this. Beautiful rain shower head. That's going to be that brass. But then look, you even have the quartzite bench area over here, or if you want to use this as a ledge. And then that stone shower floor right over there as well. Beautiful. And then now heading into our walk-in closet, let's see how much space we have in here. Built-in shelving, built-in rods, gorgeous light fixture right above there. Got your closet island with drawers on both sides. Yep, there we go. And then you got your shoe rack, and you see you even got that privacy glass inside of here. So a decent amount of space in here. Obviously not the most massive, of course, but still definitely something that you can work with. I know some folks like to see, this size in the hers closet and then maybe a his closet. But if that is the case, there's other floor plans that you can choose from. And really my job is to present you this beautiful model home. So if you haven't let me know, I encourage you to do so. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I really encourage you to leave feedback, positive or negative, right? The negative hurts a little bit, it stings, even though I know it's not personal, but I certainly welcome it all. Okay, so let's go ahead and head up our main staircase first and foremost. And I always like to walk in here, it always feels good to get that first impression. So sometimes you folks may not have the luxury of, being out in Austin anytime soon. So my job is to get you in here first and foremost. Before we continue straight ahead, let's go ahead and work our way around the perimeter first, okay? So now, heading inside of our first bedroom upstairs. Look at that. So again, the floating shelving right over here, modern chandelier hanging down. Now you have recessed lights up here. That massive picture window, as you can see over there, that's a queen size bed. Quite frankly, no, I take that back. That's a double bed, but you can certainly fit a queen size bed in here without any challenges. And for a secondary bedroom, pretty spacious. Now, of course, you got your carpet inside of here, but you will have your ensuite. Look at that. So in here we have quartz. First time we've seen quartz. The main areas downstairs is all quartzite. And if you don't know the difference between quartz and quartzite, in a nutshell, quartz is man-made, quartzite is a natural stone. And you typically see quartz most often. It's a little bit more cost effective, but when we see quartzite, that always is a great sign. Quartz is still a good, countertop. When in doubt, quartz it out, right? Okay, now heading inside of our game room, family. Look at the room that you have here. I did mention earlier in the tour that we do have a balcony on the back exterior of the home. We'll see that in just a second. Now in here, you got your tray ceilings, modern light fixture right above there, built-in cabinetry with the shelving, the floating shelves, and then you got your wet bar right over here. You even got your beverage fridge as well. The hardwood floors are in our common area. You do have a theater room right here, so great position to put that, but I really want you to see this balcony before we continue. I talk about the incredible views, the incredible scenery, and if you've been out to Austin, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so extremely spacious. You see the glass panes on our railing right over here. It extends this way, so you can have a ton of folks out here. Also, I didn't mention it in the beginning, but you do have a metal roof as well, so I know some folks really love that. But look at this, all the mature trees. You can even imagine just sitting out here all dang day. Even if your kiddos are down there playing, you have no challenges watching over them. Now straight ahead, you see, I don't know if you can see it on the video, but that is downtown Austin. So gosh, you're only about 25 minutes or so away from downtown Austin. So if you need to travel downtown for work or personal reasons, you can certainly do so. But then you have additional recessed lights over here for the nighttime. Okay, so just imagine you have your guests over. You just got done watching an incredible, intense action movie. Go ahead and head straight out here and take a breather. Okay, so now let's go ahead and continue inside of our theater room. Look how spacious it is inside of here. Let's get you inside so you can really see it for yourself. Look at that. Nice theater-like ambiance and extremely spacious as well. So let's go ahead and continue our tour. Now we'll go to our next bedroom right over here. So this one's going to be, before we continue in there, you got a powder bath right over here. Perfect place to put it, right off next to the game room. So you got your accent walls as well. Beautiful pendant lights and your quartz countertops. Now our next bedroom is going to be a Jack and Jill feature. I haven't seen that in quite some time, to be honest with you. But look at this. So now you got your double bed. Of course, you can fit that queen in there without any issues. You got your dresser over here, your separate closet. And this is a walk-in. And then look at this. So you see that we have our double sinks, beautiful floating shelving, massive mirrors with our pendant lights. This is going to be the shower tub combo, but you do have the sliding glass door, so I know you can appreciate that. And then look at that. And then you have champagne rods up here. So you don't have to worry about swapping out that shower curtain, even though I know it's minor, right? You just go ahead and get some Windex and you are good to go. But the good thing is about this one, right? So it looks a little bit smaller as far as the dimensions are concerned. Of course, you can still fit a queen bed in here without any issues whatsoever. You got your separate walk-in closet again, but you have your sliders leading to your front-facing balcony. And as always, let's go ahead and take a look at that. Great community. Look at that. So there's actually one of these plans in inventory just under 2.8 million right now. So, and of course that's at the time of this video. It could change, you know, momentarily, but just thought I'd throw it out for you. Look at that. Okay. And that is right where the beginning of this community starts. But extremely spacious inside of here. And I love to see it. Okay. So let's go ahead and continue. Now you have this hallway and you got the modern light fixtures on the side. And then our final bedroom here. So let me know what you think about one bedroom, and that's the primary suite being downstairs and all the rest of them being upstairs. I know some folks like to see that guest suite downstairs, that multi-generational living that we talk about oftentimes. And some folks prefer the primary bedroom being upstairs. And I didn't even know that was a thing until we started heading or venturing out of Texas and went to Georgia. Now heading into our ensuite, as you can see right over here. Beautiful finishes. That tile accent wall continues over here towards our vanity. But that pendant light theme has been quite common inside of this house. But I feel like it's an elegant touch. Okay, so just for reference, this is our second staircase. You see straight ahead over there, that's where we would come from our game room. Now let's head down here. Look at this. You got the wood paneling accent wall here. Gorgeous modern light fixture right above there as well. Last but certainly not least is our outdoor patio. All right, folks, so those doors are locked right there. So let's go ahead and head right out this way. Okay. Look at this. So I love, you still get the scenery. You know, quite often, especially if it's a level lot or something like that, you're only going to get the views from the second level balcony, right? But here you can still see, you have the mature trees surrounding you, incredible views. You see the hills right there. Now you got your pool and spa built in, ready to go. And then look how much space you still have right underneath here. So now, as you can see, you got your built-in Coyote grill with your additional sink, refrigeration right over here, all stainless steel. And then if you wanted to go ahead and get you a tan, you can certainly do that. Now heading straight over here, you see our pergola. You have some additional yard on this spot, this side right here. And then you got your stone wall separating lots. And then even look at this. So if you need some additional space for the trampoline, the little play set, you have all that room to take advantage of. But other than that, family, that was another beautiful luxury home tour. All right, Rankin family, that was it for this beautiful luxury model home right here in Austin, Texas. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this particular property. Is this something you could see yourself living in? Would you make any changes? If so, let me know in the comments below. Of course, if you want more information about this home or any home we showcase, reach out to the information in the description. Consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss a tour every single week. And I'll see you folks on the next property tour.